Hey everybody, Tom Barnes, Stories from the 78 from Adalina Prime here in the West Loop. Look at that beautiful ceiling and the decor, everything happening in this place. It is phenomenal. It's the newest spot here in the West Loop. And I'm gonna talk to Chef Soo about the menu, about the decor, little drinks, all the fun stuff for this Story from the 78. So let's go say hi. All right, look at that. You get a front row seat here in the kitchen at Adalina Prime. I'm here with Chef Soo. How you doing, sir?
Good, how you guys doing?
Awesome, man. So this spot just opened here in the West Loop in September, right?
That's correct, September 2nd.
Tell me a little bit about the space when you walk in and what you see, because this is something it's rare how big and beautiful this space really is.
Absolutely. So as soon as you walk in, you'll see our beautiful bar with a lot of crazy decor. And then as you walk towards the main dining room, you see this cathedral ceiling. We call it the culinary cathedral. And if you go a little past the main dining room, you also see our atrium, which is a four-season area. During the summers, we could take the windows up and it'd be nice and breezy and beautiful. During the winters, we could shut it down and have a bunch of heat pumped into it.
Yeah, and it's almost like a little snow globe effect when the winter comes. You know, I imagine that's what somebody thought of with that beautiful atrium space.
Oh, yeah.
And you got like the trees in there. I mean, you guys got everything going on in there.
Yeah, we got a little bit of everything. We try to bring a very fresh, like lively vibe to the restaurant. So a lot of trees, a lot of beautiful architecture. A lot of cool decors and a beautiful two-story wine cellar.
Yeah, that thing's no joke. I mean, you got like, what, 4,000 different kinds of bottles in
4,000 bottles of wine in there. Maybe a couple more, a couple less. Who knows?
Sure.
Yeah.
Depending on the night, right?
Yeah, exactly. Depending if I'm in there or not.
Yeah, right. And it's an extension from what you guys have done more closer to the Loop, right? You jump out here to the West Loop.
Yep.
What are people in for when they come and try the menu?
So we are a steakhouse at the heart and soul of the menu when it comes to the menu, but we try to be all-inclusive in a sense that we like to focus on our vegetables and our seafood just as much as the steak. For example, when it comes to steak, we have a farm out of Milan, Illinois, where we get all our domestic Wagyu from, and we're the only restaurant to have that. So we focus on that when it comes to the steak program, and obviously other steaks too. But also, we try to really put emphasis on our vegetable and our seafood program.
Yeah, I mean, look at this steak right here. What's that one that we're looking at right now?
So this is a 45-day aged, 22-ounce bone-in ribeye.
Wow.
This is one of my favorite things on the menu when it comes to steaks. I absolutely love the aroma you get from the aged steak when it hits the grill. It is, I can't describe it in words. You guys got to come in and try it.
And tell me what's going on with this pot pie. This thing's ridiculous.
Yeah, so this is Chef Nemanya's creation.
Oh, man.
So we were like, oh, what can we do with the pot pie that's a little more elevated and more fun? So we said, all right, you know what, let's make a lobster pot pie. But at the same time, let's have the head on there so people know that it's a lobster pot pie. Once they dive into it, it's luxurious. You get, I think, 2.5 pounds of lobster meat in there. It's got everything going on.
The ultimate pot pie.
The ultimate pot pie. I love that name.
And then you also have a different kind of steak, right?
Yes. So like I mentioned earlier, we love focusing on our vegetarian options, and that is a cauliflower Diane. So we take a cauliflower, we bread it, we fry it to nice and crispy, and then we also have a mushroom Diane sauce on top.
And of course, you have some other staples here. What do we
have?
Oh
Yeah, so we have our sea bass with our yellow curry, some crispy rice noodles, and some pickled mustard greens. Followed by our side, this is our play on a mac and cheese. Instead of your boring macaroni, we use tteokbokki, which is a Korean rice noodle. So it does have a little bit of a bite to it, but look, the sauce is amazing. We have 5 different cheeses in there with a little bit of breadcrumb to give it that crunch. A lot of different textural contrast going on.
And then of course you got the carrots.
Yeah, last but not least, the carrot. One of my favorite vegetables to work with. So we confit the carrots and then we grill them on the grill. Followed by a sauce a la orange, some crispy bits of lentils and oats, and some orange segments.
When you say confit the carrots, what does that mean for folks that might not know?
So what you do is you take, whether it's a protein or a vegetable, you cook it in oil at a very, very low temperature for a long period of time.
Ah. And then you have something very unique to Adalina.
Yes, sir.
That is your salt library,
This is our salt library, that's correct. So I had an experience in Italy where in the beginning of the meal you get a different array of olive oils you get to choose and start the meal with. I took that concept and made a salt library with it, and Chef Nem and Chef Andrew came up with all different flavors. We have crazy things like seaweed and horseradish and vanilla. Also something a little bit more for the mass, or for the general audience, like the smoked bourbon or the wine or the porcini.
Ah, very fun. And that's just a little taste of what you can get here. And you have this great spot right in front of the kitchen here. No secrets. You guys are all out in the open, right?
Whatever we do in there, if we pick our nose or we drop something, you get to see all of it. Everything's in action.
What days are you guys open?
We are open every day of the week.
Every day of the week. Reservations, I imagine, are encouraged. Or the only way to really do it. Yeah.
But our bar seats do tend to open up randomly. So if you like to, take your chances, come to the bar, grab a cocktail. Cocktail program's amazing here. A lot of tasty cocktails, and grab a bite.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Chef. Appreciate it very much.
Of course. Thank you, guys.
Yep. All right, that is the story from the 78 here at Adalina Prime in the West Loop. Tom Barnish Chicago at gmail.com. If you have a story from the 78 suggestion, hit me up there. Go to the website storiesfromthe78.com. This is by far one of the coolest new restaurants in the city.